Hello and welcome to Mr. N's STEM Book Review, where I talk about books that inspire curiosity, action, and a little bit of mischief along the way. For this series, I've teamed up with Spark Education AI, a great new tool for developing children's reading and comprehension skills. Today, I'm diving into a stellar middle grade sci-fi adventure with a lot of heart, The Jamie Drake Equation by Christopher Edge. If you're a fan of space, science, family drama, and a touch of the extraterrestrial, this book might just be your next read. But as always, we're going to break it down: what works, what doesn't, and whether it's worth your time. So strap in as I launch into the Jamie Drake Equation. Spark Education AI is a web-based app that transforms how children learn to read. Children get to choose the genre, characters, and key plot points of a short story, and then it generates these personalised stories and comprehension questions using AI based on each learner's interests and reading level. It tracks the type of questions pupils find tricky and targets these to help raise their ability. Sign up today at app.sparkeducation.ai to start your free trial and make reading comprehension more engaging. First up, what's the Jamie Drake equation about? Jamie Drake is your average schoolboy, except for one small thing. His dad is an astronaut. Not just any astronaut, but the commander of a mission aboard the International Space Station. While Jamie should be basking in the glow of space fame, he's actually feeling a little abandoned. His dad's off the planet, his parents' marriage seems to be unravelling, and his life on Earth is more confusing than ever. But when Jamie stumbles into an observatory and meets a mysterious scientist and possibly makes contact with aliens, things get a whole lot weirder. Edge skillfully combines real-world science with speculative fiction, creating a story that feels grounded yet full of wonder. It's part family drama, part first contact story, with just enough adventure to keep younger readers hooked. Let's talk about what works, and there's a lot here to appreciate. First and foremost, the voice. Jamie's narration is funny, authentic, and completely believable. He's smart, emotional, and often deeply insightful for his age without sounding like a little adult. His curiosity and vulnerability really shine through. Another big win is the science. Christopher Edge weaves in real space facts, from orbital mechanics to the golden record, without ever making it feel like a textbook. Kids will learn about the Drake equation, which estimates the number of alien civilizations in the universe, and it's presented in a way that's both accessible and mind-blowing. Finally, the emotional story, the strained relationship between Jamie and his dad, the fear of divorce, the desire to be noticed, it all feels very real. It adds depth and relatability to a book that could have just been about aliens and rockets. One of the biggest critiques I've seen, and one I slightly agree with, is that the science fiction element feels a bit rushed. Without giving too much away, there's an alien communication subplot that's fascinating but doesn't always feel fully fleshed out. Some of the sci-fi leaps can feel more magical than scientific. Also, certain characters, especially adults like Jamie's dad and his teachers, can feel a bit one-dimensional at times. They serve their purpose in the plot, but they're not always as vivid as Jamie himself. For some readers, especially older middle grade ones or adults reading along, the ending might feel a bit too tidy or convenient. There's an emotional payoff, which I won't spoil, that borders on sentimental, though others might find it deeply moving. So, while the emotional themes are compelling, there are moments where the story might benefit from a little more ambiguity or depth in its resolution. One of the biggest strengths of the Jamie Drake equation, and why I've been using it in classes since 2018, is how well it balances big ideas, space, alien life, human connection, with personal growth. This is a great book to introduce kids to the idea that science and emotion aren't opposites, that exploring the universe can go hand in hand with exploring your own feelings. Teachers and parents will also love how it encourages critical thinking. The Drake equation itself is a great conversation starter. How many alien civilizations are out there? And if there are so many, why haven't we found them yet? That's a question that sparks curiosity, imagination, and a desire to learn more. It also touches on loneliness, not just cosmic but personal. There's also a subtle environmental thread about Earth as a fragile home worth protecting, one that ties beautifully into the perspective of seeing our planet from space. So where does the Jamie Drake equation land? It's a thoughtful, engaging and surprisingly moving read. Christopher Edge delivers a unique blend of science and soul that hits home, especially for younger readers curious about space, families and the big questions of life. Is it perfect? No. The sci-fi elements could be a little more developed and the resolution may feel a bit neat for some. But these are small quibbles in an otherwise compelling story, especially for readers aged 9 to 13. It's smart, heartfelt and full of wonder. Should you read it? Absolutely. Thanks for watching this STEM book review. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more great STEM education content like my activity and experiment videos, STEM career interviews and more, including more book reviews. And remember, keep looking up and keep turning pages.